forgot where I was. The other instances that would issue a boil water order, I think, the occurrence of cross connection or a known back siphon episode, or if the state or local department officials have confirmed waterborne disease outbreak, and they suspect the water supply to be the source.
What's a back siphon episode?
Back siphon, if you have an instance where you have a higher water pressure in your home than what would be in the water main, you can actually cause water to back siphon through your plumbing. A good example would be if you had say a garden hose in a bucket that was open with chemicals in it, and there was a fire in front of your house, and they were to open up the fire hydrants in front of your home. The water pressure in the main would be lower than the water pressure in your home, and you would actually suck water backwards from your home, and you would suck water back from the dirty bucket. Or on larger scales in some commercial buildings, factories, you can have a cross connection with a chemical feed line that could cause contamination not only at the factory but out into the distribution system too. So that's why most factories or a lot of commercial establishments will have what are called backflow prevention devices. A double check valve would prevent something like that.
Yeah, those are items that we actually review and sign off on.
That's right.
Testing on a annual basis, quarterly basis, I don't even remember now.
So, if water main breaks, where does the local health department comes into picture?
Notice of the distribution
Oh my
of
God.
notification. You're segueing.
I haven't seen this, trust me. I haven't seen this. Curiosity is just. How much is it keep me out? Come back up to the presentation.
It depends. There are two ways that we would issue a notice. The first would be if the DEP declared a boil water order. It was severe enough, they would order us to do it, and that notification would take place by the DEP to the local health departments, and then the local task force chairman to the New Jersey Department of Health and Senior Services. Now, if the water utility issues the boil water advisory, which normally we will issue the boil water advisory before the state gets around to doing it, and that's when we would notify the health departments directly. It would probably be a call from me to Kevin, and then, or if there's a particular town that we would have a rep in. That's part of the reason we're here, is really to let you know who we are and just so you have a face to a name.
Just in a worst case scenario, if there is a fire, and there is a break, and there is no fire hydrant, or there is no water, who would be liable? Just curiosity.
Who would be liable?
No, in other words, now fire department says we don't have water. We went there, the hydrant is dry. Because there was a break in the line.
Exactly, you're actually reported cases about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so just curiosity.
I don't know, it might be a case-by-case basis. If it was something where the water utility didn't properly maintain sufficient storage, it could be the utilities, or if it's just simply due to, I don't know if they call it
Even though if
dawn
we
or
have
what,
a
but
break,
it's
like isolated within a couple of 100 feet.
right.
You know, you have the fire hydrant every 500 feet. So if there is a break, it's going to be just isolated this piece of pipe. So on the other end of the pipe, there is pressure.
On a normal break, you can normally isolate, like Sunil said, within like 50 feet. That main break that we had last year, normally you can do it with 2 valves to shut down. I think we had 22 valve shutdown, and it wasn't a complete shutdown. Some of the valves that we had, one valve in particular, was a very old valve and did not shut all the way down. So that's exacerbated the situation. It was a nightmare. So, but normally you can confine it to one small area.
But you're obligated to maintain like 150 psi pressure.
Minimum of 20 psi actually.
20 psi.
Yeah. My average is more like 100, but the minimum required is 20. 20 is pretty low, by the way. Yeah, would be just trickling out. Water utility will be responsible for distributing the information of the boil water advisory to all the customers. Right now, we do that through, in the past, we used to just do it through newspaper. We do the newspaper, and we've added, within the last couple of years, reverse 911. One of the lessons we learned from the Western Canal Road main break last year was that the software that we use for reverse 911, that was the brand name of our system, our callback system. Their database of people strictly relies on phone records. So we found that when we launched our session, we were calling homes that were within the towns that we service, but we were also calling homes that had their own wells and weren't affected. Yeah. We called a lot of folks now have cell phones as their primary phones, and they are not listed in that database either. So what we did at that point, we incorporated, we brought all our customer service records, all the phone records into that reverse 911 software that we purchased, and it crashed the entire system. So we have just now purchased a new reverse 911 system. I forget the brand name of it, but it's a new one, which literally is just been launched this month. So we haven't had a chance to test that out, but that relies strictly on our database of records of legitimate phone numbers. We're not going to be calling you if you have your own well. So that hopefully will reduce some of the confusion that was happened last November.
So really, if you are a customer and you get a bill, it's good to have your phone number on record.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way we notify you, yeah.
Do you also partner with local police departments to do the reverse 911?
Yeah, in some cases we do.
I just happened to get one today, actually. For
Oh, okay.
a break in my town.
Okay, yeah, occasionally we do. At the town of Franklin, we did for that main break. We sell water in bulk to the town of Franklin, and they issued their own